Hello friends, welcome back to another travel video. While in Milan, Italy, we heard there was this large fort somewhere in the city, so after an essential stop at a cafe, we were on our way to try and find it. Typical Sterling and I fare here, where we just chilling in cafes, drinking stuff. We are just on our way trying to find us a castle, wandering through a bunch of random streets. I don't see a castle. Hold on. It's not there.
We're not lost.
We're not lost.
It's okay.
We're just wandering around aimlessly in circles. So we found it. We kind of accidentally found this fort, which is one of the reasons I love to stay curious and always be exploring. You never know what you might find out there. There's a whole world of interesting and unusual things to discover. Sometimes you bump into them if you walk around long enough. Kind of like we did, sometimes even walking around in circles. It's one of the largest fortresses in all of Europe. It was built over a 100-year-long period in the Middle Ages, but it's been extensively altered, renovated, and damaged over the centuries. And there's the outside wall. This is your entryway. Right here, moat, bridge to get over. And then an actual legit drawbridge, which is really cool. I'd like to have a drawbridge at my house. Probably not gonna happen, but boy, would that be cool. It sat empty and in disrepair for quite a while till it was restored in the late 18 and early 1900s. It now contains a museum and it's a public park. The scale of this fort is just pretty mind-blowing. And I think that's the critical piece that I love about travel. You never know what you might find along the way. Whoa, man, that's a pretty good sized moat right there. I don't understand. Oh, dude, there's a cat. Like, I would love to know how many brick are in this place. So this is a piece of the ruin from, I don't know which era, because this thing's been redone and rebuilt and beat up and changed a lot. But I mean, look at the thickness. That can't be. There's no way. Surely there's no way. My poor brain. Yeah, just. Yeah. I mean, this is. There's no way the wall could be this thick, right? Like, that would be it would be literally millions of brick, wouldn't it?
It doesn't even calm down.
Oh my word!
Like, it gets a little bit fatter.
Look, a little more fatter in the words of Sterling.
Correct grammar and
perfect grammar. A little more fatter, but I mean, okay. There's no way. There's no way. What is it? Okay, we should step it off. Hold on.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 7 paces. So 20-something feet.
I'll go with 20 feet.
20 feet thick of brick, or potentially filling in the middle of some kind, or plaster. Okay, there's no way.
Yeah.
We're missing something here. But if you look at these, they're just like jumbled in there, man.
Yeah.
It's almost like they just tossed them in. Like, look at some of those brick right there. They're just like chucked in. It was probably the mason was like, okay, this is my 10 millionth brick. Yeah. And I'm just done.
Just throwing them in.
I'm just going to yeet these things in here and call it a day, man. I don't want lunch. You can find way more information on the internet. But basically, the original thing was built in the mid-1300s, and it was kind of rebuilt and redone, and they would re-change. Like, the shape is different now. They changed a lot of things over time. So it's kind of hard to say, like, how much is actually original and how much is from, like, say, the Napoleon era. Like, Napoleon took this thing, and the Austrians took this thing, and the Spanish. As in, I'm not sure if it was, like, conquered, but, like, there'd be government changes, and then new people would come in, and then they would make changes. Anyways, and then it was restored in the 1800s. So, like, how much of this is actually, like, 1800s, you know, Napoleonic era, and how much is actually Middle Ages? I don't know. That just is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a slab of brick right there.
The thing is there could have been, it went around the whole castle. It wasn't just.
Yeah.
It wasn't just this, I don't think.
No, because the size is correct. Like, what we were walking through, like, it was originally that massive. They did change and add some gates, or, you know, knock out a wall and put a new wall in. Did you see on the one sign the main tower fell down in 1521 because they blew up some gunpowder accidentally, and they never fixed it because the tower is so honking big. They're like, we can't fix this thing, and so they didn't restore it until like the 1800s. Anyways. Also, the scale here is a little hard to grasp until we actually walked up to it, but look at how big these brick are. So like this is my forearm. It's a very long, fat, chunky brick. Like a normal brick would be much, much smaller. It's really fat. So that would help at least. Maybe it would take it from being 10 million brick down to like 8.5 or whatever.
You know.
Take the wins where you can get them. And the really neat part, if you ever get a chance, definitely come here because it's free to just walk around unless you want to pay to go in the museum. But it's part of a very large park on the outside. I wish we would have discovered this sooner, honestly. The park goes for a good little ways. It's a little sad because it's like our last evening here. We're leaving the city tomorrow. It'd been really fun to get a ticket to the museum and just wander around. Like there's original artwork by Da Vinci and Michelangelo in the museum here. That would have been pretty neat to see, but oh well, you don't know what you don't know. If you enjoyed this, here's another video you'll like. Subscribe to my email newsletter to follow my adventures and what I'm learning.